Sally Forth Paladins, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, Orion Pirates Plus Mod. I am Commodore Tarek of the Dreadnought HMS Fearless, as we continue our war of revenge against the Klingon Empire, and you may have noticed, or maybe not, we are currently sitting on 4,305 prestige. This is deliberate. We are saving up for a battleship. I don't know how much the battleship is going to cost me, but it's going to cost probably 4,000 to 5,000 prestige, so we're banking right now, and also trying not to go home if at all possible. We really haven't taken a whole heck of a lot of damage anyway for us to want to go home, but since we're on a friendly planet anyway, let's patch up the 63 damage that we took. Check out the fighters. We're good on fighters. We're good on this, more or less. Shipyard. Let's find out how much that battleship might run us. If there is one in the queue, there does not appear to be one. The most expensive ship right now is an LGE, a Liege Light Dreadnought. We are not interested in the Light Dreadnought line. The reason being that the Hydron Light Dreadnought line is, well, lackluster at best. Well, compared anyway to the Paladin Dreadnought line, which basically matches it in terms of capability for shields and phasers. But, yeah, we have superior phasers, the same number of phaser Gs, but we also bring 2 fusion cannons and an additional hellboard to the fight. Why would we ever want to go down? I don't think that the power is worth it. This has a movement ratio of 1.25, this is a ratio of 1.5, this has an engine power of 58, and this is 56. So would the Light Dreadnought get us anywhere faster? So we're just not interested in this design. The Paladin Heavy Dreadnought is definitely an interesting way to go. It has even more energy. Same shields though, which is a little surprising, but it does seem to... No, it just adds an additional phaser. Really? That's what you've got going for you? What dreadnought would be worth taking? Not a fusion. Dreadnoughts should have hellbores, but I may not be able to get that. So I don't think the battleships are currently out. Oh, nope, they are. The Monarchs are here. 8 hellbores, 4 fusions. This is what I want. So that's kind of what we're looking for. Hasn't come up yet. We'll keep an eye on it. And let's push on and start continuing the war. Kicking butt, taking names, smashing targets. We're going to avoid the asteroid base assault. Partially because asteroid-based assaults are kind of annoying. The fact that, well, half of our heavy weapons are designed to be up close, in your face, and personal means we don't actually do a fantastic job fighting, you know, big stations and the like. Unfortunately, the fact that Phaser 4s get super powerful really close up means that trying to do that sort of close-in, smash your face against a wall sort of strategy doesn't work great. We have a freighter, a freighter, a freighter, and this is probably the escort freighter. Good job, Klingons. I suppose it is on the border, although also, to go with that, it is on the border, so why is there not an amazing defense here? Especially now that they know that they're in war with us, and we've just taken Kronos. You'd think they'd try and defend that a little bit better. Or maybe this is people fleeing from Kronos. After all, we did immediately, after taking Kronos, take another planet just to the south of Kronos. So maybe they're just trying to run at maximum speed, get all their supplies and equipment out of there before everything goes to hell. That's a thought. I think that definitely works. That's what we'll do. After all, the Lightning War was the last time, and we managed to grab 2 planets in one turn. They are reeling from the rapid advance of the Hydrogen Star Kingdom, and are unable to successfully retreat and regroup. Yep, looks like we've also got a little tiny E4TB, so a transport gunship, escort gunship. They will have a rather capable anti-fighter ability. Oh, here's the frigate. An E4EB, so it looks like they've got 2 escort gunboats. And maybe a freighter? Oh no, it's just running, so it's 2 escort gunboats protecting an entire convoy. How sad for you. I want to increase speed, but I also want to be able to crush you in one shot, which means overloads, which means we don't get to go very fast. Sorry, not gonna happen. We will keep an eye on this one. He's going to engage us first. We should be able to hit him like a ton of bricks and completely wipe him out. But let's increase the speed of time so we get all weapons nice and happily charged. All nice and happily charging up. All but one of our hellbores is fully charged. Let's target the C4B. I'm assuming that he won't have any really significant weaponry. Yeah, if we had been deploying fighters, he would rip them apart. And I suppose that actually makes him a great escort. Because what is convoy rating the best in this game? It's carriers. There we go. Set it to normal. We did catch a little bit of flack from that. And, ooh, it's a Q-ship. So there was a hidden Q-ship inside this group. And we also did not take the time to reinforce that forward shield. So let's go kick on the reinforcement, select the forward shield, and reinforce that one alone. I only want power to that forward shield, if possible. So hopefully we'll be about a turn by the time these come on. That could be nasty. Just in case, we will kick on a defensive tractor beam. And see if it... Yeah, it's going to have to grab it. So we've grabbed that, and then we'll pick it off, no problem with the phasers. Unfortunately, it invested 2 phasers to do that, which I think is a bit of overkill. The Praxis transport. Yeah. Phasers doing the work, wiping him out. Is that freighter still running? Are you... He's not part of the defense? Oh, that's interesting. So clearly this is some sort of priority transport designed to just get somebody wherever he needs going. Let's reduce power a bit so we see what kind of power we have to spend, increase our speed, and we're going to try and sprint as fast as we can just as soon as we get our power fully going. We cannot afford to allow this to escape. Somebody important is in this group, and we need to make sure that he doesn't get where he's going. Because why else would you take essentially an escort gunboat and have it just keep fleeing? There's got to be an admiral on board there. An admiral, a general, somebody in charge who's important, and we're going to take him down. However, now that the escort has been essentially dealt with, except maybe for him, the priority transport up here, we can deploy our fighters. Go kill everything, boys. We'll get our fighters out to help really go after this convoy in the most effective way possible. Yeah, but as I was saying before, an escort like an E4 might not be a horrible decision for a convoy escort when you think about who's normally going to be going after these ships. It's going to be carriers, because carriers make such excellent commerce raiders in this game. They are phenomenal. Remember all the way back to Season 1, we were struggling so much when we were using our frigate. We just could not stand in the line of battle, but we got ourselves a nice cheap light cruiser carrier, and we were able to just rip up the commerce rating. That's all we did for a good few episodes, and managed to get ourselves into a heavy cruiser because of that. So, if you anticipate that the enemy's going to be sending a lot of light carriers our way, which is something that's very normal for the Hydrons, I mean, we use all kinds of light carriers, then an E4B makes perfect sense. So, let's see if we can... Yeah, he is 56 marks away from us. We are actually moving at full speed. There's no more power anywhere here. So, all our power into speed gets us to 24.3. We are closing at a rate of 14.3 against this farthest forward freighter, so this could take a little while. In the meantime, we're just probably going to rip our way up through this squad. Although, the Hellbores will charge. What's the difference between these two? He's at 43, he's at 21. About a 20, it'll be a turn and a half? Yeah, I think that'll work. We'll run this guy over as we go by. As we go by, we'll run him over, blow him to pieces. We should have enough energy to at least charge the phasers. Oh, they're firing their missiles. Point defense phasers? Yep, they've got no problems here at all. Unfortunately, the Hellbore fighters are not the best at this sort of commerce rating, I guess. Because as you can see, until they get point-blank range to open fire with their phasers, they really don't deal a ton of damage to them. So, lined up nice and gently. We've still got 6 marks. Keep an eye on the fighters. Watching them do all of that nasty work. They're a great skirmish fighter. So, in, like, actual combat against major ships, the Hellbore armed fighters are wonderful. Open select. There we go. Didn't use the Gatling phasers. So we'll have them when we go after this guy. He is plinking away at us with his stern phasers. I'm assuming he'll have 3, maybe 5 phaser 2s, or phaser 3s. And, nope, 2s, so it's 4 phaser 2s. So 2 in the stern mount. Fighter's got another one. Doing good jobs, guys. They got another one. Alrighty, let's get all the fighters home. So, fighter. Yes, return to base. We've done excellent work here, people. We can just kill this last ship and we'll finish this up. So yeah, having a paladin doing raiding missions like this is a little bit overkill. But, it's the Governor Tarkin! Oh, so Grand Moff Tarkin from Star Wars. I approve. I approve greatly. And the fighter's pretty much teleporting inside just for the purposes of the game, cleaning that up. He was able to do a pretty impressive amount of damage to our forward shields. 4 phaser 2s almost took it out. 218, we took out all the freighters, no problem. And neutralize the tile. Pop. Pop. Mission, please don't be a base assault. We can sneak a patrol. I want this starbase. Otherwise, I would go for the base assault. I want the starbase. It's another great position to jump off from. Hit that red alert. Increase speed up to 14. Prep a Wild Weasel shuttle. This is standard combat procedure at this point. And according to our sensors, there is nothing within targeting range as of right now. We'll come over here. Go forward shields to reinforcements, please. We don't have any power to reinforce that forward shield. We are literally using every single point of power we have. But, hey, you do what you can. I'm not seeing any targets as of yet, so we will increase the speed of time. We have a heavy cruiser. Interesting. Overload the weapons. We're going to need to do it anyway. Camera lock active. I accidentally turned it off. And it looks like an MDW. It is an MDW. Got our Wild Weasel ready. It's not going to be necessary in this match. Simple fact of the matter is, he probably isn't going to use a scatter pack. They haven't been all campaign. It's kind of confusing me, actually. It's like, you have a scatter pack shuttle. Why don't you use it? Bro, just to double check. Okay, so he is a full-on Mauler. Just making sure. So he does have a twin point defense system that we do have to spend a little bit of effort to respect. Not a ton, but some. I'm expecting a strike at any time now. Between the ranges of 11 and 8 is where I would expect a Mauler shot to come from. And no, he's going to get in close. Is the AI using their Mauler properly? And getting in nice and tight to deal the most amount of damage. Yep, they did! We strike back with all our weapons. It lands through him, but he did manage to get a hole through. And we are on the wrong side. It did stun one of our fusion beams, which really did bring down the amount of power that we could fire. We did not take out the point defense system, which I was kind of hoping we would. But we did really cripple him in how much power he's got. He damaged our power. Wow! So he even put a point of damage into our energy systems, overloaded those. So that is pretty impressive for a Mauler. Let's go to reinforce all, please. I want power all throughout the entire ship. Select all the weapons. We should be able to come in with pretty nasty strike right here. Oh, we need to go back down to normal fire mode. We did lose one of the overloads on the fusion cannon, but it is worth being able to charge every single weapon that we've got. We'll continue to curl in tight. The Mauler doesn't have range on us. That's what we were waiting for. And we got some more hits on through. He's lost basically all of his starboard side phasers. He's lost one of his port side phasers. He's only got his nose and his nose and stern phaser 3s. We do have to respect that stern phaser 3 a little bit. As much as I hate to say that, we really do have to give it a little bit of concern until we, put super heavy firepower into it. Curl in a little bit tighter. And now we're going to reverse this turn, try and get our other side weapons onto it. And, ooh, his shield came in just in time, but there it goes. Took out the Mauler with no problem. A little bit of a problem. Must admit, there is a slight amount of difficulty that we did end up having to take. So, let's see how much prestige we got for basically wiping out a Mauler. Maulers are dangerous ships, especially against Hydrants, because we've got to get close in order to really hurt them. And that's where a Mauler becomes most devastating. We did take the tile. Excellent. I don't see any particular targets within point-blank range, so we got to pop off the tile to activate it. Otherwise, it needs to refresh. Shipyard. Anything cool yet? I'm anticipating 10,000. What? Really? 10,000 for a battleship carrier. That is wow. To be fair, 20 fighters. That is 5 squadrons of fighters. I don't think the normal game lets you have that many fighters. I'm fairly certain the maximum is 16 in the normal game. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Oh, that would be 10 fighters and how many shuttles? 4 shuttles. So that's 9. That'll be more shuttles on the display than the display can take, I believe. So yeah, that's what we're saving up for. 10,000. Supply. Patch the boat. Thank you. Let's go back to the map. Let's push out into Klingon space. Start dealing more damage. Kicking more butt. Taking more names. That's what we're here for. And mission type is Klingons. Excellent. I like fighting Klingons. It feels very thematic. I'm not a huge fan of fighting pirates. Pirates always feel like, well, this is an interlude. When can I go back to the real fun things? So we'll increase our speed to 14, prep the Wild Weasel as always, and slowly move forward. And increase the speed of time. By the time this phaser capacitor charges up, that's the point where, there we go, heavy cruiser. That's the point where we can select the overload option. What type of vessel are you? You are a D7C. Ooh, okay, so you're a classic D7. So I don't anticipate much problem. He'll have, what, 6 to 8 phaser 1s. 4 of those will be collar mounts, so they can't fire forward. Is it 2 or 3 in the tower? He'll have 4 disruptors, 2 on each pylon, and then he'll have his missile launcher right here in the back. So that's 4 forward-firing phasers. So is that 2, 2, and 2? Or 2, 2, and 2? Or 4 in the nose? But I do know he's going to have 4 phasers that are rear-firing only. Normally those are phaser 2s. But in the X series, once it gets to the X series, those will be upgraded to phaser X's. And I know some versions, yeah, but it's not this one. So this is an old style, which I suppose we should have expected from the C classification. So 3 phaser 1s in the nose, and then 2 phaser 2s on the shoulders, 4 phaser 2s on the collar. His little tiny twin missile armament here. All up and select. Blow him open. Hit those vulnerable warp coils. Yep, just watch that speed drop. He didn't even have the ability to punch through our forward shield. So we'll go back to normal load so that we can get our heavy weapons online sooner. Start charging everything. But, oh, just those vulnerable warp coils. That's the real kicker here. The Klingon D7 line just has a major problem with warp coils that are exposed. And this is a problem with most of their cruiser designs. Because you get one good shot in and suddenly the speed drops incredibly badly. And now we can just basically circle him and annihilate him. His speed's dropping down past 2, past 1. Is it? Yup, he's out of power. He can't even move the ship. Marines, 8 Klingons on board. If he survives the next salvo and gets down to 3, we'll transport over. That'll be the plan. We should have fusion beams in the next volley though, so I don't think that'll end up happening. So continue on the steady orbit. He does die next turn. Sorry, it's just not gonna... You're not getting out of this one alive, buddy. I guess I'm not really sorry. You did capture and enslave my people. So, serves you right. That's what you get for being a slaver. Beautiful. Beautiful little nebula off in the background. 208. Not bad. That's almost got us to 5,000. He didn't manage to punch through the shield at all, so that's excellent. So let's keep pushing out. Oh, we have found a planet. Found a planet that we're going to go after next. Not this time, but next time. Probably be our primary target to just continue to ooze our way past that empire. Hit that red alert. It's the Cat's Eye Nebula. Woo! And also come over here, please, and prep the Wild Weasel. You never know. We could suddenly someday run into a drone cruiser and it become imperative that we fire off. Oh, it's an ambush! Really? That's your ambush. Okay. Sure. Alright. Hell, weapons, are we gonna have time to overload the weapons? Yeah, he did slow down, okay. Overload. Slow down a bit. Let's just make sure we got power for this. Really? This is your ambush. Oh, that's cute. Reinforce the forward shield, folks. We're about to go into combat. Oh, boy. I mean, congratulations. You outmaneuvered us, and so now that you got the drop on us in your frigates. See, I have bad news for you, friends. You're about to have a very bad day. Oh, and it's even worse. The Hellbores will be charged by the time we meet. You're about to have a truly awful day. The decoy's ready. He's a phaser boat. Oh, man. Game, what are you doing? Like, what kind of pirate would still keep coming after this? Have we somehow hidden our energy signature? And, like, made it so that they don't realize it's a dreadnought? The Mazer Bird. I suppose that fits with the energy armament they've got. Are you sure? Just your call here, but are you really sure you want to do this? I would be fine with letting you run away. You can run away. Nothing's stopping you. No, it looks like they're committed to this. He's got fusion cannons! Oh, cute. So cute. Do I even risk the fighters? No. You are not worth the potential 20 prestige loss in having to replace a single fighter. The mutant. Oh, he high energy turned and spread out the damage some. But he's down to a speed of 1.1. Do not capture. Do not capture. I almost went to the marine screen to try and capture him. You don't want to do that because, unfortunately, for reasons that I haven't quite figured out, well, it has something to do with the code, I'm sure of it, if you attempt to capture one of the ships that ambushes you, you get a massive penalty. Like, it penalizes you for capturing ships that tried to kill you. So, just kill them. And that way you get all the massive amounts of bonus prestige that ambushes normally give you. And how much did we get? Please, a huge amount, a gigantic amount. 550. That is a decent amount. I will take that. I will be happy with that. Neutralize the tile. We found a planet. We're up to 5,000 prestige. We have 10,000 to save up for in order to get our gigantic battleship. It'll be a battleship carrier, the first battleship carrier that we've ever used. We've used battleships. We used carriers. We ain't never combined the two into their ultimate form. But anyway, I've been Tirek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every time I release one of these episodes, please press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.